And as usual, I'll still tell you, kindly go watch the previous episodes of this series. There's a series where I'm talking about my experience in my twin pregnancy and my twin loss. Okay, so previous episode was leaving it at when I went for my clinic at 35 weeks, and I got booked for elective CS at 38 weeks. Okay, right. When things, I think things started taking a turn at around, yes, 35 weeks. This was on 19th June. Let me see. Yes, 19th June 2021 is when that week, that week of 19th June. So let me tell you exactly when I got booked in for CS. So I was booked in for CS on 2nd June 2021. Then the entire week of that entire week of 19th June, from around 12th June hapo, I started feeling some pain. Now that pain was coming, inakaa kidogo, inaenda. It comes again, then it goes. The same way that labor comes, okay? I ignored it. In fact, I don't think it's just from 12. I think uh, the week before 12th, that is, immediately I left that clinic on that 35 weeks clinic. Okay, that week, not that coming week, that is when I started feeling those pains. And at first I ignored it. For those days I ignored it because it was very mild, and there's that thing of when you're expectant, there's usually that thing of false labor. So I assumed it was false labor. Then when it became persistent, on 19th June I went to hospital, and I went and I saw GP. It was a Saturday, so I went. They listened to my tummy, my pregnancy, and they were struggling to hear a heartbeat because walijaribu kusikiza. That doctor, that general physician, listened, akasikiza na masikio, then akachukua that thing. I don't know what it's called. I've put the name of what it's called there. The one they used to listen uh, to the fetus. Okay, so Kaskiza still struggling, and he sent me for a scan. So I went, got a scan in a different facility because it was a Saturday, and I think in that facility the sonographer is usually not around on Saturday. So I went to the other facility, and I had a scan. And according to the scan, when that was on yeah, that 19th June. According to the scan, the according to the scan, everything was okay. In fact, the conclusion was monochorionic diamniotic viable twin pregnancy at 35 weeks, 3 days gestational age. Biophysical score is 8/8 for both. So according to the scan, my babies were okay. And for twin B, according to the twin A, according to the scan, the fetal heart rate was 138 BPM, and the fetal heart rate for twin B was 143 BPM. Twin A was the boy, Sandy, whom we sadly lost. Twin B was Mandy, who is thriving, as I've said previously, and is okay, is now 11 months old. So when I took that back to the hospital, to that general physician, since the scan had said everything was okay, they just gave me some painkillers And at that point, I think I also got a dose. Did I get a dose of dexamethasone? Well, I forgot. When I went now for uh, that clinic at, that was it 35 weeks when I changed hospitals. Now, when I went now to this facility where I'm being seen by a general doctor, I got another dose of dexamethasone. So I and the doctor was like, and I asked the doctor, and I told him, I just got another shot at 31 weeks. How comes I'm getting another one now again? And he was like, just do it for the sake of your babies. And I was like, if it's for the sake of my babies, of course I will. And I got that dose. So when I came back with a scan to this, and I must say that the doctor I saw was not the doctor. The doctor I saw this time when now I'm starting to have pains is not the same doctor that who saw me for that one clinic that I'm now gone to in this now facility. No, they're different. They're two different people. So since the scan said that my babies are okay, nika wakanipea two painkillers. They gave me painkillers and they sent me back home. They also, sorry, I forgot this part. But they also checked my cervix and it was still closed. I had not dilated at all. So they ruled out labor from that. And one thing that I now know is that during my second pregnancy, my second born's pregnancy, my labor came. I'll tag my pregnancy and delivery story of my second born somewhere above or below here, so you can take time and go watch it. I did not. My water started breaking in portions. I don't know what they call it medically, but that's what happened. And I had until the following day. That was around 7 p.m. when my water started breaking. No, 4 p.m. when my water started breaking in portions. So until the following morning, 5 a.m., I had still not dilated. So they induced me, and that is when I started dilating. But until then, after I think around 9 a.m., that is when now my water broke fully, and I had only dilated 5 centimeters. And I okay, since I don't want to repeat myself, but since my water had now broken and I had started, technically, I had started labor 4 p.m. previously, and I had to deliver within 24 hours. They had to rush me for emergency C-section. That's how I got my second born. So now I'm telling you this because I had it clicked in my mind that my labor, I struggled with dilation. I struggled with my second born with dilation. I would have mentioned it to the doctors and told them, I don't know, maybe I'm in labor, but I'm not dilating because, I'm not dilating. I hope you get my point. But I didn't because they told me that your cervix is still closed, your babies are okay, please go back home. And in fact, I remember the front office lady there, sasa the cashier, akiniuliza unataka watoto wako waende nursery. And right now, if she asked me that, I would tell them, since you have a nursery, I don't have a problem, as long as my babies are safe. Um, and I also once had a lady who had quadruplets, saying that at some point her doctor, for her, she was seeing an MFM. An MFM is a maternal fetal medicine doctor. In short, that one treats the fetus in the womb. Huyo ni yule daktari anatibu fetus in the womb. And in Kenya, from what I've researched and found out, we only have one. Okay, you can Google who that is. So that lady, the MFM, once told her that your babies are better out than in, outside your womb than in your womb, because outside they'll be monitored better or more than when they are inside your womb. And that's how she gave birth to her premature babies who went to nursery and are thriving today. Now, had it clicked in my mind that probably my babies are better out than in my womb, maybe I would have been bold enough to, say, why don't you take me? Why don't you take me in? Because again, right now, um, in as much as not everyone is confident, is willing or confident enough to share the information with you. But I know a good number of ladies who gave birth to their twins at 34 weeks, and their twins didn't even need to go to the nursery because they already had that shot, the steroid shot. So again, later on at the back of my mind, I was like, okay, these guys were giving me the steroid shots, and they're still asking me kama nataka mtoto wangu aende nursery. But I wasn't as informed as I am now. Okay, sasa where was I? So yes, I went back home when they sent me back home, and they put me on bed rest. But the pain continued. The pain did not go away. And again, I went back. Now, when the pain couldn't go away, I went back. And I went back on, when was that? On 25th. On 25th of June. I went back to the same hospital. It was still a Saturday. It was still on a Saturday. No, this was it a Saturday or Friday? I think it was a Friday. Yes, if I'm not wrong, I think it was a Friday. So, and hii time bado kulikuwa na ile story ya curfew at 10 p.m. So I went back. They still checked my cervix again. It was still closed, and the pain was still there. In fact, even when I was seated in hospital, the pain was still there. That pain, that very sharp pain that could come here around my abdomen, alafu inapotea. I was feeling it around my abdomen, alafu inapotea. It was still coming and going. They checked my cervix, and it was closed. I wasn't dilated. So they gave me a stronger. The same doctor gave me a stronger painkiller, and I went back home. And I can tell you for sure. Let me be honest with this. The minute I realized that it was the same doctor I was going to see, because I was hoping I would get a different doctor, I even told, because this time it was my friend who had taken me to hospital. I remember telling her, I just hope I don't find the same doctor that I found last time. But it was him. So akaniona, and he prescribed stronger painkillers, and he also gave me another shot of the steroids, dexamethasone. And I went back home, waiting for 31st. Was it 31st? Yes, yeah. January, February, March, April, May, June. Waiting for 30th, so that I could go and get admitted for my elective CS the following morning, 1st July. So I went back home. The pain was still there, on and off. It was still there. But at some point, that pain went away. So, yeah, I think I will reach that there. The next thing I'm going to be talking about in my next episode is my birth and my labor and delivery. No, not labor, my delivery story. Sawa. See you then. Bye, and thanks for being here up to now.